What's up everybody, Sujin Patel here. Today I want to talk to you about how to drive traffic and conversions to a new SaaS product or new website. First and foremost, don't be fooled by all these articles you read, videos you see about the success of how X companies grew in 18 months to millions and millions of customers. Look, it may be an anomaly. Regardless, they didn't start with millions of customers, millions of visitors. They started small. And so I think just to set your expectations, it's gonna be hard. And you get more and more momentum as you build up time and users. So let's talk about a few ways you can build that momentum and start that momentum, because that's what it's all about. Getting that flywheel and spinning it faster and faster and faster. First and foremost, participate in active communities, blogs, or anybody creating content or communicating in your network. So if you're a new freelancer, you want to make passive income, go to Pat Flynn's site, go to other bloggers that are kind of in that world and start commenting on their blogs. Are there any communities, forums? Maybe ProBlogger is a great place if you want to be a freelance writer or whatnot. Think about the forums or communities in your space and start conversing in that community and start generating some brand awareness so you can get them back to your website. Number 2, recruit guest writers. Guest writers, other influencers, people from essentially who have a brand, get them and pay them if needed to write for your site. They're gonna use what you're essentially doing is you're using their authority and sharing it on your website. So people who are fans of that writer may visit your website. That writer may have an audience and they'll promote it to their email list. In fact, pay them more if they generate X amount of visitors. I remember Kissmetrics blog did that as a way to essentially incentivize the writers to get more traffic for them. The next thing you can do is, just like recruiting writers, is to recruit influencers and big names. People that are authoritative in that space. Interview them. Easy, right? Everybody wants to look good. And the easiest thing to do is, if you find influencers, just see if they've done any interviews, right? And to convince them to sign up for your interview, reference a couple of things you liked about the previous interviews. But a good chance is that if they've done an interview in the past, they'll likely do an interview again. So there you have it. It's a very easy way to qualify if an influencer will do it or not. And again, people may not know about your brand new site, but they will know about that influencer or personality. And so again, it drives traffic to your site without you having to have a brand. The next thing is co-marketing, things like webinars or guest blogging exchanges with other people selling to your audience. So in the sales tech space, where a lot of our companies at Ramp Ventures play, there's about 7,000 or 8,000 companies in the sales tech space. Now, yeah, sure, we have a few hundred competitors per company, or maybe a little lower than that. But outside of that, there's still thousands of people that sell to my audience, which would be salespeople that I could potentially partner with. We just did a co-marketing webinar with Intercom, and we ended up generating over 1,000 new people coming through 1,000 people to attend the webinar. And ultimately, when we do webinars on our own, we get a couple hundred people. So that's hundreds of people more. Actually, it's 2-3x more than the people we would normally be able to get ourselves just by partnering with other people. And now at the end, we both are exposed to a larger list. The last thing I want to share is to create micro products and launch them on Product Hunt to your email list. A company that does a really, really great job of this is Drift. Now, yes, they have a bigger brand, but this is actually how they were able to build that flywheel mechanism to kind of keep buzz going. So essentially, a micro product could be a free template, an importer tool, an analyzer, any mechanism, an ebook could even be considered a micro product, quote unquote. It could be a feature broken out into a separate product that's available for free. Again, a great way to build buzz, get people familiar with your brand and signing up for your micro product, so you can email them to essentially maybe sign up for your main product. In fact, Mailshake wouldn't exist the way it is today without us launching Connector micro product, which took off and pivoted the whole company. So you never know what these micro products can do for you. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to build relationships with those influencers that you interview. Maybe you want to give them access to your product for free, or give them a little taste of what you can do. I remember BuzzSumo in 2015 gave me access to their product for free. They reached out. SEMrush 6-7 years ago did the same thing to me. What ended up happening with both tools is I promoted the heck out of them. Not because they gave it to me for free. That didn't matter that much. Not because they paid me. They didn't pay me. Not because they asked me. They actually never asked me to promote anything. It's because I fell in love. I got the value of their product. And like, this is freaking awesome. And then the fact that it was free made it even better. But ultimately, they got me hooked on their product. And as I write a lot of content, create a lot of videos, speak at a lot of conferences, I couldn't help but mention their product when I spoke at a conference because I used it. I loved it. And we still use it to this day. So get people hooked, right? That's a good way to actually start that flywheel moving. And ultimately, you might get only 50 people today, but that might be 75 the next day, next month, 100 the following month. And ultimately, building that flywheel is the key to building awareness and new customers, visitors to your website and SaaS company. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's somewhere here. Just click around and you'll get it.